Oi boys, welcome back to another video on the channel. We're getting ready to jump into round 1, but before we do, we did have a World Club Challenge game to play. I didn't want to play it because it would have been way too easy for us. Even on Legend, I think our players would be way too high rated to play against the Super League team, so we simulated it and the computer did a number on them, 20 points to 0. Tries going to Salwan Kobo, Kotoni Staggs and Latrell Mitchell, with Latrell going perfect off the boots. So that's where we are at the moment. Let's proceed. Congrats to the Dolphins for dominating the world pretty much. Preseason we will skip, auto-generates, simulate, and Roosters actually beat us in preseason 22 points to 12. Joey Suali'i picking up man of the match and a double. Here we are, round 1. Our opponents for round 1 will be the Bunnies. I'm going to go ahead and put the team together and I will see you lads on the field. Alright my boys, here's how we're looking for the first round of the season. Young gun Salwan Kobo gets his crack at fullback, Latrell Mitchell to the left edge, and joining him is new recruit, Murray Taulangi. The rest of the squad pretty much remains the same, especially in that forward pack. The only person dropping out of the championship side is Bailey Simonson. As we can look at our opponents, it's going to be a decent first matchup here against the South Sydney Rabbitohs. That Heartache has been a bit of a handful every time we've played him. Cody Walker joined by Trindle in the halves, Junior Polo, Blake Brayley and Corey Horsburgh. That's a decent front row. Angus Crichton back from the Roosters, and their bench, not too bad, pretty average. Let's get stuck in. Alright, we are first in possession here. First round of the season. Harry Grant, where the heck are the big boys? Here's one of them. Papali'i taken. Tohu's turn for a head up. And he gets driven backwards. On the last bit of wind going against the kick. And it's an average kick. Good footwork from Harika. If you're wondering about the jersey design, it's somewhat modeled off the heritage jersey that they unveiled earlier this year. Not quite. It doesn't have the stripe on the shoulder, but everything else is kind of similar. As for the sponsors, what a run. Oh, he dove too early. He dove way too early. Tavita Ponga is there to scoop it up. Like I was saying, as for the sponsors, this is their actual sponsors. Third tackle. Left of Ponga. Quick hands. How did that get to Gelling? Guess it's the Bunnies here with their first crack at the line. Brayley to Trindle. Little pass to Cody Walker and he takes the tackle. About half a meter out. Second, oh no, not this animation. That's a guaranteed try. Whenever you see those back grabs, that's a wrap. So the Bunnies draw blood first and Trindle will extend it to a 6-point lead. Take him out. Nice. Alright, gonna run the typical. Look for our 5/8. In this case, it's our skipper KP. Oh, don't you just hate those looping offloads? On the second. Test him through the middle. Josh Papali'i just steams onto it. I like this to the right. Looking for Cobo. Oh, Bo Fermor gets in the way. And players just watch him. We stroll over for our first point of the game. Love an ugly try as long as he didn't drop the ball, I guess. Usually they drop it. Not exactly what I had in mind, but we'll take the points. Harris Tavita was supposed to pass behind him. Behind Bo Fermor, but it comes off his arm. He grabs it, fakes an injury, and dives under the posts. Alright. There's our first points. 6 points apiece. Let's go Corey Oates. Get us some dirty meters at a dummy half. Still 25 outs. Nice run, Papali'i. One of the Bunnies are offside. Their fullback tied up. You know what's coming. KP looking for Latrell Mitchell and straight through he goes. Harika on the chase, gives up fairly early. And we score our second try. Not too long after our first try. That's more like it, nice and clean. Satisfying. That is the perfect play when the fullback is tied up at the ruck here. How deadly is our left edge? We have Tavita Pangai there, Kalyn Ponga, the pass to Latrell Mitchell and Taulangi out on the wing. That is top tier right there. To make it a 6-point lead. We ain't missing those. Alright, so before we jump out into the second half, let's go ahead and make these changes to the lineup. First of all, that front row, Franklin Bele and Sean Kippy. As for Harry Grant, we got Tyrone Peachy to slot in there at Sullivan for Fermor. Let's go Trell. And a dummy half. Beautiful. Hardacre wraps him up. KP. Nice little drawing pass. Can we? Nah, no shot. No shot. We run or outrun Zach Hardacre. Looked like it for a second. That's an awkward ball to Sean Kippy. Actually want to put it behind the line here. Bud Sullivan. Decent distance on that grubber. And Hardacre just got caught lacking at the back. That's why we got him on the bench. Through the middle is deadly. Little grubber in for himself. And earns a trip to the bakery. It's time to bring Big Papa back onto the field. As Kippy, his last run. Beautiful short ball from Sullivan. Front big fella. Franklin Bele looking like a wild buffalo. On the loose. Peachy. Who is that overrunning the play by a mile? Gotta go with KP here and try and stab it through. Tried to thread the needle on that occasion. Unfortunate. Nowhere near. On the return, Zach Hardacre. Seen plenty of those sidesteps during this series. As they get it to Jai Arrow, that's a solid tackle. Double teamed, stopped just beyond halfway. Looking for the hit here with Papali'i. And that is a beautiful shot. We get the ball on the bunnies. The bunnies 40-meter line. KP short side. Latrell Mitchell straight through. Still a few minutes left. Gonna try and end it with a bang. As we look for Sullivan. He finds Harry Grant. Plenty of space. I think that was Junior Paulo. Late in the game, Harry Grant too fast for the big fella looking stuck in the mud. So it was actually Taulangi that went in at hooker. But it's the work of the 14 yet again, Jaden Sullivan. Look at this ball. Gets it out to Harry Grant. He gets around Junior Paulo. And he's off. Straight to the bank. Full time. And that is about as perfect as a start you could ask for by the reigning premiers. Alright, so 24 points to 6. Latrell Mitchell picking up man of the match. We had all the ball for the whole game pretty much. Tries to Harry Grant, Jaden Sullivan, Bo Fermor, and Latrell Mitchell, with Latrell Mitchell also going 4 from 4 off the boot. As always, if you enjoyed that, would like to see more rugby league related content or more content in general, be sure to run straight that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you later.